For nearly 5 years, I've been denouncing a crime of over 1 trillion Brazilian reais. That's roughly a quarter of $1 trillion. This crime is the Brazilian governmental program Renovabio. As a UNFCCC expert auditing carbon credit certifiers globally, I know what legitimate carbon credit looks like, and I can tell you, Renovabio generates fake carbon credits. My journey to expose Renovabio started with a very simple act, trying to use legitimate carbon credits for a client to comply with the Renovabio targets. The Brazilian National Petroleum Agency, the ANP, refused them.
A true carbon credit means 1 ton of CO2 was unambiguously removed or avoided, and the project activity was additional, meaning it went beyond business as usual. These are the international standards recognized by the UNFCCC.
The ANP's response was astounding. They claimed the Brazilian Congress had the power to simply invent a carbon credit and define its characteristics contrary to international standards. This wasn't just incompetence, it was a declaration of intent to commit fraud.
Embezzlement occurs when someone is defrauded into parting with property. In Renovabio's case, the fuel distributors are forced to acquire these fake carbon credits, the CBIOs, as if they were real, and ultimately it's the Brazilian taxpayers who pay the bill.
The ANP and the Ministry of Mines and Energy, the very government bodies responsible for implementing Renovabio, are technically responsible for these fake carbon credits. They exploit the ignorance about the green market, forcing an entire sector to acquire fraudulent assets. This isn't just greenwashing, it's a crime.
Ideological falsehood involves inserting a false or different statement into a document, making it appear true. Renovabio's central premise is that producing ethanol generates a carbon credit. Patricia's testimony meticulously dismantles this.
To be a legitimate carbon credit, a project must have a project design document, or PDD. This document meticulously details how greenhouse gas emissions are reduced, proves additionality, and outlines a clear monitoring plan. Renovabio has none of this. No PDD, no defined project activity, no verifiable methodology for calculating emissions reductions, no proof of additionality. It is an empty framework designed to legitimize a lie.
Market reserve occurs when a market is artificially protected or skewed to benefit a specific group. Renovabio does precisely this for the Brazilian sugarcane and alcohol sector.
When the UNFCCC stopped issuing carbon credits to Brazilian ethanol producers because they failed the additionality test, the industry didn't adapt. They used their immense political power to create Renovabio. This law guarantees them a massive, undeserved revenue stream, effectively creating a protected market for their fake credits. My legal fight in Brazil proves one thing. What I'm saying is not a slander. It is an inconvenient truth. My accusers did not challenge the fact that Renovabio is a crime, but they prosecuted me for defamation, just trying to silence the messenger. This is why I'm here in Bonn during SB 62, to ensure this story is told, because the people of Brazil and the global community deserve to know that Renovabio is not a climate solution, it is a crime, and it undermines the very spirit of international climate action. We cannot allow profit and power to distort the truth about climate action. We must hold the responsibles accountable and demand real decarbonization, not just a multi-billion-dollar lie.